Dear viewers, welcome to the course System Software and Compilers. This is session 6 of Module 2. Myself, Satisha MS, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Bantwal, Mangaluru. In this session, we are going to discuss about how to recognize the token using a transition diagram. This is the transition diagram for relational operator. You people have already studied about a transition diagram in more detail with the subject finite automata. In the previous section, we have learned how to express patterns using regular expressions. So we are going to study with this session how to take the pattern for all the needed tokens and build a piece of code that examines the input string and find a prefix that is a lexeme matching one of the patterns. So here we'll start with this diagram shows the transition diagram that recognizes the lexeme matching the token relational operator. We begin with a state 0, that's a start state, and if I read this symbol, I will go to the state 1, and from the state 1, if I read this symbol, then I will end up with the final state and return the relational operator less than or equal to. So if it is from the state 1, if I read this symbol, I will end up with the state 3 and return not equal to. Other than these two symbol, that is this equals and this greater than symbol, if I read any other state, I will be any other symbols, I will be end up with the state 4 and it will return the relational operator less than. Here the star indicates that we must retract the input one position, and return the relational operator less than. So from the state, this is because the combination of a two operator will gives the different meaning. So that's why after the less than, from the state 1, we'll wait for the next symbol. If this next symbol is this one, then it will return the less than or equal to the relational operator. If this symbol after the state 1, it will return the not equal to, relational operator not equal to. Any other symbol will go to the state 4 and will return the relational operator less than. So here before returning this, we have to retract to the previous step. So that is indicated by the star. Then from the state 0, if I read straight away, if I read this symbol, then that is equal symbol, I will end up with the final state 5 and I will return relational operator equals. Then after that, from the state 0, if I read this greater than symbol, I will go to the state 6 and wait for one more symbol equals. If that is the case, it will return relational operator greater than or equal to. Other than this equal symbol, if you get any symbols from the state 6, I will end up with the state 8 and I will return greater than symbol by retract to the previous state, that is denoted by this star symbol. So here the asterisk sign, the star symbol, indicate that we must retract the input one position, This is the transition diagram for an identifier. So here the symbols, or sorry, the description of the identifier is the identifier can be a identifier can be start with a letter followed by any number of letter or a digit, and if I get any other symbol, it will be end up with a final state. So this transition diagram is for the identifier as well as the keyword. So if you know the definition of an identifier must start with a letter followed by any number of letters or a digit. So even a single letter can also be treated as a single letter can also be treated as a identifier. So here the install ID will install the identifier into the symbol table. That means it will store the identifier into the symbol table. Get token function will makes you to read the next lexeme from the lexicon analyzer phase of a compiler. This is a transition diagram for unsigned numbers. So here you have to satisfy the different cases for the unsigned numbers. So unsigned numbers can be a whole number like 10, 20, 100, etc. So if it is a whole number, the state number 12, 13 and 20 will be used. Like suppose if the unsigned number is 1, then it will start with the state 12, it will read one digit, go to the state 13. So any other digits, then you will be end up with the final state. Will be end up with the final state by retracting to the previous state. We will return it as a number. Return as a number, whole number. Whole number can be a single digit or it can be a more than one digit. Suppose if it is 10, then it will read 1 from the state 12 and 0 from the state 13, and other than numbers will be end up with the state 20. Other numbers will be end up with the state 20. Okay. Suppose if it is 100, 1, 0, 0, then you'll end up with the state 20. This is for the whole number. So the unsigned number can be a floating point number or a real number. It has a fractional part. So let us consider that the unsigned number is 10.10. 10.10. So here 10 is 1, then 0, then fractional part dot, then 1, 0, then you'll end up with the state 21. State 21. As I already mentioned that star indicates that retract to the previous state. Okay. So then if the unsigned number is a digit followed by an exponent part, that is like 10 into 10 into 10 to the power of 10 into 10 to the power of 20, like that. So that is satisfied with this symbol digit 1, 0, exponent part, then digit, then it will be end up with the final state, that is the state number 19. So number followed by an exponent part. So this is whole number followed by exponent part. Fractional number followed by an exponent part will be satisfied with this. So 10 into 10 to the 10.10 into 10 to the power of say 10. So by that time you're using this digit 1, 0, fractional part dot, then 1, 0, that is 10.10 into 10 to the power of 10. Assume that number. So 10, 1, 0, dot, that is point, 1, 0, external part. So exponent part can be a positive number or a negative number. So that's why it is plus or minus digit, any number of digits, then end up with this state. So this is how the transition diagram works for the unsigned numbers. This is a transition diagram for a white space. So from the state 22, it can be a white space can be a single space or it can be a tab. So if it is a tab, 8 white spaces. So delimiter means white space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any other characters, then you'll end up with the state 24. So not necessarily how to numbered from 0 to 24. You can use a other number for the different transition diagrams. Okay. So this is the implementation of relational operator transition diagram. The return type of this function is token. It has to return a token. Get relational operator. Token, return token is equal to new relational operator. New of relational operator. So infinite loop. So switch state. Suppose from the state 0, case 0 means state 0. So read the next character. From the state 0, you read a character. If character C is equal to the less than, then you go to the state 1. From the state 0, if I read the symbol, that is equal symbol, I will go to the state 5. From the state 0, if I read the greater than symbol, I will go to the state 6. If I read any other symbols other than this less than, equals, or greater than, so then it is not a relational operator. It's not a relational operator. So from the state 1, you have to write the remaining code like C is equal to equal, then you'll go to the state 2, etc. So from the state 8, you have to retract to the previous state and then return the greater than symbol, So return token, return token greater than symbol. So this is how the sketch for the implementation of the relational operator. So content of this presentation from this textbook. Thank you one and all.